All right, good evening, Game Over Calgary fans. Jumping from one stream to another. Welcome inside my basement studios. My name is Anand, your host with Game Over Calgary. For those who are tuning in, welcome aboard. It's good to see you. If you missed my earlier on watch party on my own Instagram page and YouTube page, if you're just joining us now, welcome aboard. Sorry, my microphone keeps falling. Let me just adjust that quickly. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it shouldn't fall. I have a lot of wires around me, whether it's the microphone or my headset, whatever it is. But welcome aboard. You are watching Game Over Calgary. As I see Tokai number one in chat saying, damn, we didn't need that point. Yeah, indeed. A regulation loss would have eliminated the Flames from playoffs, and now we need what do you call Nashville to win against the Anaheim Ducks. Last check, the score was scoreless and tied 0-0. We wait for that. I'll give you score updates in between. I don't know how long the show will be, but I will keep you all updated on what's gonna happen. Welcome to Al Garando, who joined me from my stream. Welcome to Tokai number one. Welcome to Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts, what we'll talk about all the game stuff in just a moment. But appreciate you joining out and hanging out this Tuesday evening as the Flames lose this one by a score of 4-3 in overtime against the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars team that looked sleepy, that looked deflated, that looked tired, but kicked back the gear in the third period and got it done in overtime. Let's walk you through what happened in the game, the scoring summary, then we'll get to all the game notes. We'll answer question about Ryan Strom and all that stuff. He did play later on. We'll talk about that, but there is one key missing player that had to miss time today. We'll talk about how that will end. It was a regulation loss that would eliminate the Flames Lille. Now we wait on between the Nashville and the Anaheim game to see if Nashville can win that one. If they do win that one, at least a point, then the Flames are eliminated. But if it was automatic elimination, Flames would have needed to win. Lose in regulation, but they get 1 point, and I digress because the Flames looked the better of the two teams in the second period before Dallas decided to kick back a gear. Alright, let's go through the scoring summary. First period was scoreless, no goals at all. It was a sleepy period, and believe it or not, it was shots like maybe 6-4 from what I remember. And the score bug, I was doing my stream, of course. It was Justin Hirokowian Justin Herokubian, apologies if I mispronounced that name, assisted by Harley and Lundqvist. Thomas Harley, who had a decent game, except for the one hit I didn't like, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But Lundqvist as well assisted. At the 4:30 mark, they get a sneaky one past Devin Cooley, who was a real hero tonight. Unfortunate for Devin Cooley to give that one up because he was strong towards the beginning, and then lose it in overtime. I just have to do one quick thing here, just a moment. That's why I'm multitasking, but I'll get to the thought in just a moment. Keep the chat going. I see KQ with McKenna and Stenberg cheers, and all that stuff. Just bear with me for a moment. I just have to post a final scoring summary here. Ken, Alice, welcome back. Welcome back to you as well. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Sorry, bear with me just a moment here. So, like I said, the Flames were better of the two teams coming into the game or the goal after just a Hirakuba because Joel Farabee would tie the game. That fourth line where it was Klapka, Sharangovic, and Zari had a great game tonight. They tied the games, but it was Joel Farabee on the ice as well, with Adam Klapka and Oli Mata, who has been a great acquire since the what do you call the trade deadline from the Mackenzie Weegar trade from Utah Mammoth at the 12:30 minute mark in the second period. Again, Klapka took the shot, and then Joel Farabee found the rebound from the save from Jake Ottinger. I wonder if the Flames have maybe solved Jake Ottinger because they got through sneaky ones past Jake Ottinger tonight, and it was 1-1 tie after that. Then 6 minutes later, Flames would answer a second goal back. That was Yegor Sharangovic, who I feel like have turned up a notch towards the end of the season somehow, and assisted by Zach Whitecloud, who was amazing today, played more than 20 minutes. Jan Kuznetsov played more than 20 minutes. Oli Mata played more than 20 minutes. We'll talk about that reason in just a while in game notes coming up. Assisted by Adam Klapka, his second assist of the night. He was fantastic, Adam Klapka, at 18:52 of the second period. Once again, Ottinger made a save, and then the rebound came free, and Yegor Sharangovic almost beat Jake Ottinger 5-hole low shot, that one. And that would do it for the second period. 2-1 the score. The Flames led, surprisingly. KQ was in my live stream, and we were asking how the Flames were winning as well. Al Garando was hanging out as well. Then in the third period, 26 seconds in, where Lil Lil Uzi says Perek was lights out tonight. Yes, he was. A power play goal from Zayn Perek. And get this, assisted by Mac Coronato and Matway Gridden. What a pass from Matway Gridden from the boards. I love his elite passing. I love his elite play. And Matway Gridden, I hope he's here to stay forever. And Mac Coronato getting to play better towards the end of the season now that all the stress of the holding the stake and all that stuff earlier on season gets done. And then Stars, who decided to wake up then, decided to score a couple more goals and take this into overtime, where Wyatt Johnson scores a beautiful goal from Mikko Rantanen at the 116 mark, so 1 minute later from Zane Perek's goal. Then it was Jason Robertson assisted by Tyler Myers and Duchesne at 4:51. So 3 minutes later in the third period, once again, that quick entries, quick shots from Dallas Stars, you couldn't keep them out longer in the game. And then a power play goal, a nice play by Jason Robertson and Heiskanen. Wyatt Johnson gets his second goal of the game at 3:39. It was an overtime power play goal because Ryan Strome would take a 4-minute double minor for a high sticking. So that's the scoring summary. 4-3 Dallas win in overtime. Let's take a look at the chat here quickly. Token number 1, McKenna, he can be the marshal at the Calgary Mother's Day Parade. Fantastic. Let's look for that. So the Flames. So are the Flames officially eliminated? No, the Flames are not officially eliminated. We are waiting for the Anaheim Ducks and the Nashville Predators game to end. Last check, let's see, or I should do a check now because I promised to do score updates because that's going to be important. It's scoreless and tied 0-0 at the end of first period. If the if the Nashville Predators win, the Flames are officially eliminated. If the Ducks win, I guess the Flames get to survive one more night when they take on the Colorado Avalanche. But at any point, rest of the season, if there is a regulation loss, it's going to be a done deal for the Calgary Flames. I see a future family reunion, says token number 1. Brady to Florida, Quinn Hughes to New Jersey, and McKenna to Bedard. That would be the worst case scenario. I don't know if I want Chicago to win another draft pick, but it most looks like that way. We talked about how Perek was lights out tonight. Do you remember when we beat Jay Cottinger in playoffs? Yeah, I believe that's Johnny Goodrow who scored the Game 7 overtime winner. I watched the YouTube highlights, but I never saw the game live, and that's what I miss as a Flames fan, not being able to see those live memories. We saw Frottinger in the 2022 playoffs. He had no answer for 67 shots, just a 64 save performance. Duda Grady. Ken KQ, Mr. Watts, opinion on Buddy Robinson. Who is Buddy Robinson? Okay, so let's take a look at Buddy Robinson quickly. Buddy Robinson, Ottawa Senators. And he played 2020-2021. I wasn't even a Flames fan then, so I can't comment right now. I have to go back and watch highlights if there was any particular ones. Well, it should be official after next game. No hopes on beating the Avs. Lil, I have a bit of hopes on beating the Avs because I don't know if you heard, but the Colorado Avalanche, after beating the St. Louis Blues, have won it 3-1. They have clinched everything almost, President's Trophy, home ice advantage, division, and all that stuff. So I wonder, especially at home, if they rest a few of their key players, whether it's Nazim. I don't know if they will. I heard Kadri might have gotten injured also. I haven't confirmed that report yet. I want to go back and quickly and check. But hold on. Kadri injured. I saw somewhere, but I forgot to follow up. Yeah, Nazim Kadri injured versus Blues, upper body injury, and was ruled out for the remainder of the third period, according to Sportsnet.ca. So we'll see how that plays out. Who? Yeah, Nazim Kadri has an upper body injury and will not return per the Avalanche. But they still won 3-1, so we'll see how that is going to work out against the Game on Avalanche. But that should be another exciting one and maybe an official elimination now, but we'll find out how that does. All right, let's head into period number 2. Lots of game notes to talk about specifically. Let's start with the first period itself. Kevin Ball, lower body injury. He got, I think, tangled by Thomas Harley. He hyperextended his leg. The hit did not look good. So he missed the rest of the game. And if he was to miss time, which I'm guessing he would, maybe at least a game. We don't know an official update just yet. But if you were to miss the game, I'm guessing, I think it was Al Garando who suggested maybe we could see a Daniel Miramano, which I know I don't want to, but we could. Artem Grishnikov is an option in the Wranglers because now the Wranglers are officially eliminated. Or you could do simple as bring Pahal back up, but do you want an extra body? Which I don't think so, because there are a whole lot of extra forwards. They could do, I think, maybe 11 forward, 70, something like that. Or something like that. Whatever mathematically makes sense, we will do. Kadri injured, no refunds. Yeah, unfortunately. Olofsson did not play tonight. I think you are starting to see youth movement within the Flames. And Mr. Watts, follow up question to that, I'll answer it right away. Aydar Suniev had a great game tonight. He had a couple good flashes. Let's see how much he played. Checking the ice times total stats. Aydar Suniev, there you go at the bottom. He played a total of 11-16, so not bad for a first game. He blocked a shot and was a +0, so plus or minus 0, nothing to worry about on Aydar Suniev's front. When is Joel Hanley coming back? He's done for the season. He won't return this season. We'll see how much next season is gonna be. Can we buy out Huberdeau? How much will it cost? I don't think buying out for Huberdeau is a reasonable choice. We'll see what his injury looks like coming out next season as well. Shane is joining us. Welcome aboard, Shane. Thanks for hanging out. Say his name and he appears, I believe, in Joel Hanley next season. Mr. Watts, what happened to Soloviev? Soloviev has been traded to the Colorado Avalanche. I don't know if he's playing with the what do you call their minor AHL or NHL. I haven't heard much about Soloviev as of recently, but yeah, Soloviev was traded to the Colorado Avalanche. All right, next point from the game itself. The fourth line was the best tonight, whether it was Adam Klapka, Yegor Sharangovich, Connor Zary. One thing I would like to see is them fleeing or taking out Zary from that fourth line. I know he hasn't been the best, but for player development, I would like to see Zari up. Maybe can you try Suniev, Zari, and somebody? That's a possibility. Who sat tonight? Lombard sat, Beecher sat. Oh yeah, one other thing, Lombard, poor guy, he has been sitting for almost a week, 2 weeks now. I don't know if he'll get a crack into the lineup later this season. Maybe one of the home games, maybe the last home game. But the guy who was a locker room vibe, we haven't seen him for more than a week now, and I don't think he has a roster spot for himself. Uh, Penalty kill was perfect tonight. I wrote this note right before overtime. And of course, broadcasters curse. They score. Dallas Stars went 1 for 5 on the power play. They scored the most important one in overtime. The lengthy 4-minute double minor that Ryan Strom took a high stake. But the Flames PK was perfect. They went 4-4-5 essentially and gave up one power play goal. It was a low even game towards the beginning, and there were only 16 to 14 shots in total. Um, our total was 20 in favor of 25 in favor of Dallas Stars in that overtime, and 20 for the Flames. Ryan Strom got knocked into the boards. It was originally a 5-minute call, but they reversed it and said no penalty. I don't know what judgment was that. That was a brutal non call, which I didn't agree at all. So that was, and of course, Ryan Strom was leaking out of the nose. Could you have gotten a 4-minute power play there? Maybe the Flames could have turned around the fortune of the game. I was thinking when it got to 3-1, I was like, okay, if the Flames score one more goal, then it's going to be their magic 56-0-0. We talked about it on our live stream as well. Uh, to, 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 so Ryan Strom, like Mr. Watts asked at the beginning of the game, he did walk into the locker room, get some repairs done, got some tissues up the nose, and then he returned, and then he took a 4-minute minor high sticking in overtime. That led to the overtime winner in the game for the Dallas Stars. And kudos to Zach Whitecloud. What a player he's been for the Calgary Flames. Great defensive efforts in overtime and PK. Salute to that as well. Ryan Strom had a decent game before taking the penalties. He has been a good story. Oli Mata has been a good story. Yegor Sharangovich turning up in the right last season. Zane Perek has great numbers in the past week or so. And a whole lot more. So players playing more loosely, more fun. If you haven't been watching their fun warm-up routines, go check that one out. So the Flames playing a little bit more fun and more entertained now that the season is lost. And like Lil just saying now, got to feel bad for Strom, of course. Ducks in the perennial top to be in the playoffs, and now Strom has to play for a non-playoff team. Certainly, I feel bad for Strom. Once again, if you're watching us right now, I see about 6 of you watching. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Really appreciate it, the support. Be sure to like. We'll have more updates on the game itself and a whole lot more coming up. I know we won't see it in our lifetime, but if the Flames make the playoffs, does Game Over Calgary cover playoff games? Yes, we would. We will try to cover everything for you. If not, we will have my own personal stream. You can come and hang out. We had really fun today. Do you listen to the in-game Dome podcast? In-Dome podcast, yes, I listened to them a bit last week. I think was it Saturday or Sunday when we won against the Anaheim Ducks. I tuned into them on YouTube. It was a fun listen. All right, let's move into the third and final period. Let's look at the standings. Let's look at some of the surprises this NHL season so far. Let's take a look where the Flames officially sit in the standings after this game. So the Flames are at 30 30th. So still have chance to pick top three. Robertson looked tough, 100%. So 30th. But he did score a goal though, so 50-50 on Robertson looking tough. So the Flames are 30th in the NHL with 73 points after playing their 77th game. Only 6 games left. Or is it even 5? Doing my math, 82 minus 77. Next year it will be 84, but 5 games left for the Calgary Flames. They'll pick top three. Vancouver sole possession of 32nd with 52 points. Then Chicago Blackhawks at 70. They will hold 31st for now. New York Rangers right on top of the Flames at 75. They have been eliminated. And then Toronto Maple Leafs eliminated. Florida Panthers eliminated. It's so funny how that the Flames are somehow still alive, but teams like Toronto, Florida Panthers, New York Rangers, who are above them, are tied or are eliminated from playoff contention. I see some Oilers propaganda in the chat now, and looks like, oh, interesting developments. The Oilers and Utah Mammoth have tied it at 3-3. It was 3-1 in the first period, and now it's 3-3. Interesting, good to know. All right. Which again, Oilers, not one of my favorite teams. But that's a topic for another day. Okay, shots are 20-7 for Anaheim Ducks, and it's still 0-0. Just for that information. Who are the goalies? It's Justice Annunen for Nashville Predators and Lucas Dostal for Anaheim Ducks. So the Flames will get at least top three. Pardon me. They are at 30th, and teams above them. And now let's talk about surprises. So, Toronto Maple Leafs are surprised. Does he make a playoff? I think for the first time since 7 years or something like that. But no playoff run. And looks like maybe Oilers have just scored. I hear my brother cheering. My brother is unfortunately an Oilers fan. Just heard him cheer, so I'm guessing the Oilers have taken a lead. Yeah, it's Vasily Podkolzin who takes the lead on that one. Florida Panthers eliminated the defending Stanley Cup champions for 2 years. Is eliminated, so we'll see. Finally, maybe new Stanley Cup championships. Vegas are likely to make the playoffs. New Jersey Devils eliminated from playoffs, which is surprising. The favorites, of course, Colorado Avalanche. Carolina Hurricanes clinched their division. They have a Y beside their name. They're at 106 points. Dallas Stars is at 104 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, Buffalo Sabres. Oh yeah, that's the biggest surprise. Buffalo Sabres clinching the playoffs after 14 long years. And then Montreal Canadiens have clinched playoffs. Minnesota Wild have clinched playoffs. I remember last season it was between the Minnesota Wild and St. Louis Blues that knocked us out of the playoffs. So Minnesota Wild's heading to the playoffs the second year. We'll see if any of Pittsburgh or Boston Bruins have a chance. But the Eastern Conference a whole lot tighter and competitive than the Western Conference has been overall this season. All right, one more score update and then we'll hit the chat line and talk about the chat line coming up. But still scoreless 0-0. Shots are 20 in favor of the Ducks and 9 for Nashville Predators. and they have taken two penalties as well. So closely keeping an eye on that game. Everybody keep an eye on that game. All right, let's head into the final period. Where do I start? I'll start from bottom to top because I've covered some of the bottom or top stuff already. Buffalo Stanley Cup finals. Maybe they can get past first round, second round, depending on who their opponents are. I don't know if they're the favorites for Stanley Cup winners. Don Maloney said he doesn't want us to be us to be Buffalo. He did say that, and which is ironic. Of course, now not to trust Don Maloney, but I understand why he said that though. 14 long years to take to the playoffs. I wouldn't want that either. Um, why would you let your brother be a Coilers fan? I introduced him to the Flames team to begin with, but somehow when he heard the name McDavid, he went to that zone. Tu- tu- tu. I smell a bigger game winner. I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, Anderson gave Edmonton Oilers the stare down. I would hope for similar like that. I'm a witness. I hate that. And lot more Oilers. We are flipping White Cloud. Don't get too attached, boys. I don't know if White Cloud. I would keep White Cloud personally. I would look to flip Strom though if you can get a chance. But White Cloud I would keep as a veteran defenseman. Keep ball and White Cloud. And then work with the other guys. Trade away Pahal, trade away Hanley, and I would be totally fine with that. And I don't think there is enough other ready NHL defensemen down in the pipeline. Maybe a Grushnikov, but I don't know if he's NHL ready. So I would keep White Cloud for the time being for the next year or so. Lil is asking, do we call up another D-man from the Wranglers, or is Pahal gonna be playing in his offside? Knowing Ball is out. It could go either way. Let's see. I want to quickly see the Wranglers roster here quickly. I want to see apart from Grusnikov, who could else be? Where is the roster? Okay, there we go. Of course, the Wranglers are eliminated. So there is Turner Autumn Bright. I don't think he's NHL ready. Artem Grishnikov, I could possibly see. Gavin White, I don't think he will get a chance. Etienne Moran, maybe, if you want to really push for that younger front. Kyle Walker from Montreal Cougars, I don't think so, no way. Daniel Mirmanov, maybe. I would be surprised if they do that, especially thinking they want to go younger. Simon Mack is not NHL ready. Xavier Bernard is not NHL ready. Nick Chichek, maybe. We could see maybe a Nick Chichek, but I'm guessing they play Pahal on his offside because I don't think anybody particularly is ready for the Wranglers front. So hopefully that answers your question, Lil. Do you think we should keep Haska? Yeah, he has at least let this season roll out. Let this season finish. Then we'll talk about Ryan Haska because I don't think even his contract kicks in until next season. So that's still far away. Let's also draft big. Then we'll think about because you need an offensive-minded coach definitely. What happened to Tyson Gross? He's the unfortunate player that once again who doesn't have a roster space to play. if you were to sit down like a backline, Coleman, and all that stuff, you would get a chance. But Tyson Gross, Brennan Othman got sent down after playing 2 games. Um, yeah, I think it's just the Flames having too many bodies. I even sometimes lose keep track of who's healthy, is crashed and all, because it's so many roster moving parts every day. They almost juggle the lines every day. They call up. They have called up Aydar Suniev and all that stuff. There is no space for Tyson Gross, unfortunately. Probably fire Huska and bring in Lowry. I mean, Lowry is the assistant coach already. I know Conrad has been hinting on a Flames potential head coach person. We'll see if that takes place. Fire Hubie. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Huberdeau's uh, recovery journey drives forward. Do you like Daryl Sutter? Again, I was a Flames fan little too late. I don't think I experienced all much of Daryl Sutter's coaching, but he definitely had some offensive talent in him. But Ryan Huska has been here. He has a code line saying creating offense from defense, which I don't think is the right way to go in the recent model of NHL. And Kiki saying fire Maloney. If there was a way, I would suggest to do it, but I digress. Anything else I missed in the chat? I don't think so. It's been a busy chat. One last thing I'll say, we are taking on the Colorado Avalanche coming up on Thursday. Like a few of us said, I think it's Tokai number 1 set, better than a 9-2 game. But I also am guessing Colorado Avalanche will rest some of the big guns because they have clinched all of the stuff, President's Trophy, top of the NHL, and all that good stuff. And Nashville just scored 1-0 thanks to my friend who just updated me, which is a good, whole lot of good sign on that front. So Nashville won up, Ducks nothing. Let's hope that stays that way. And then later tonight, you will possibly see graphics popping up all over. The Flames have been eliminated from playoff contention. On the other front, the Edmonton Oilers and Utah Mammoth game, that looks like a goal scoring gala. It's 4-4 there. And who scored for Nashville Predators? It was Eric Howla scoring that one. All right, for Thursday between the Colorado Avalanche and the Flames, it will be me and Conrad. The ANC duo is back on Game Over Calgary. Be sure to tune in. I'm struggling to see the young players get opportunities with Huskat Yelm. I mean, today we saw young players get opportunities. Zane Perek was on the power play. Matvey Gridden was there. Mac Coronato is there. Suniev played more than 10 minutes. So they have definitely been trending on the younger direction. So at least at the beginning of the season is when you need to worry, because they'll always want to win games, and that's what each NHL's motto is. But now I'm seeing younger guns sticking through longer time. Let's look at some of the defensemen as well here quickly. Zane Perek played 1850. Macaranato played 1770. Matvey Gridden 1811. Oli Mata played a whopping 30 minutes. Zach Whitecloud 29. Kevin Ball only played the 1 minute, unfortunately. Hunter Bruchstevich played 1801 tonight. Connor Zary played 1348. Hunter Brustovich played 1801. Jan Kuznetsov played 2404. So, yeah, everybody had to step up tonight despite the loss. Alright, so ANC duo is back on Thursday against the Colorado Avalanche. We should have an answer by then if the Flames are eliminated or not. Till then, thanks to KQ. thanks to Algarondo, thanks to Ken Alice, thanks to Tokai number one, thanks to Mr. Watts, thanks to Lelo Zibert. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks to everyone for hanging out tonight. Whether if you joined on my personal live stream where we did a watch party on the Flames, or if you're doing right now on Game Over Calgary. Next up Thursday for the Flames, and then I believe is it a Saturday or Sunday? Because I got that one mixed up. So Thursday in Colorado. Saturday in Seattle. It's a 5 p.m. puck drop, and then the Flames head back home on Sunday to take on the back to back, take on the Utah Mammoth at home. Have yourself a great night. Have yourself a great rest of your week. Hope you had a great Easter long weekend, and we will see you back here on Thursday. You've been watching Game Over Calgary. Once again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And bring all your friends to Thursday show when we talk about the uh, Colorado Avalanche and what surprises to come in that game. Take care and have a good night.